When it comes to manifestation, you really have to get clear about your beliefs. But one of the things I see people struggling with the most is how exactly to do that. So today we are talking all about finding the right belief and practicing it. And I cannot wait to share this with you. So let's get into it. Hello, gorgeous. Welcome back. My name is Jen. I am a holistic manifestation coach and creator of Recode Manifestation Academy. Welcome to the channel. This is where I create a brand new video for you every week, all about creating your most juicy, extraordinary life through the twin tools of mindset and manifestation. So if you are at all interested in creating your dream life and up-leveling in every way possible, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So today we are talking about finding and practicing the right belief for your manifestation. This is really sort of one of the invisible back pieces to making the whole thing happen. When it comes to manifestation, of course, we know about setting the goal, and you probably know a bit about the alignment process or about how to start to change your energy to match the things that you want. What I really want to specifically talk about today is the belief portion of this, because honestly, this is what you all struggle with the most. And it's easy to see why. We have all been taught that you cannot believe in something until it is in front of you. And it is really difficult for most of us to go beyond this way of thinking. However, you're sort of in the woo-woo manifestation magic world. I'm not asking you to become a flat earther, but I am asking you to start to let go of this old scientific way of looking at things and really start to understand how powerful your beliefs are. One of the key principles with manifestation is that you need to believe it before you see it. Yet most people, when they're stuck in, the chaos and the wondering before their manifestation comes through, this is exactly what you're missing out on, right? You've set your intention and you think you're manifesting, but then you're like,
oh my God, it's not here. Does manifestation work? Am I cursed? What's going on? Maybe
whatever's happening in your brain, like all those chaos thoughts start to come out. But that just shows me you don't have the belief portion right. Say you're trying to manifest $1 million and you wanted it next week and it doesn't come next week. But what if I was a little genie from the future and I could come sit in front of you and tell you that you will manifest $1 million in 1 year? How would you feel about that, right? How would you feel about the manifestation process if you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that this was coming your way? The fact that it didn't show up in a week probably wouldn't bother you at all. It's like, okay, it's coming. Like, I got to understand that it takes physical reality a little time to catch up with what I want. But if I know it's coming, I just have to sit back and keep doing the work and just wait for it to show up. So that's more of the space you want to be in rather than in the chaos, freak out, people messaging me going, oh my God, it's not working. Like that's not where you want to be. Now you know, like, belief is important. So how specifically do you start to use belief to create the things that you want? So when I tell you to believe harder, people are like,
well, I don't know how to do that.
And you're probably overthinking it because you just have to pick a thought and just keep repeating it to yourself. And eventually that will become your default belief. I know that when I say that, though, someone's going to kick back and be like, well, no, I personally only believe in things that are real. And the thing is, you don't. Most of us think that we are, very logical, rational, scientific people. But most of the beliefs that you have, especially about yourself and especially about the world at large, are not actual scientific facts, which means that they are stories that are open to interpretation. So the question now becomes, like, why would you want to believe in one story that doesn't really work for you, makes you feel disempowered, that is taking you farther away from the things that you really want? Why would you want to believe in those stories rather than an empowering story? A story that supports your big, juicy life goals, just a story that makes you feel good. Like, why wouldn't you want to pick this side, right? It really is that simple. I just want you to start to backwards think think about the goal that you want. Let's go with a job example. I want to manifest becoming a news anchor for my city's television. So that maybe that's your goal. So that's a wonderful thing to go for. So now start to think about it. If I was that person, if I was that anchor, if I had that job that I want so much, what would I believe about myself? What would I believe is possible? Maybe for that specific job, you are thinking I'm cool and confident and I'm an amazing public speaker. Maybe you're thinking I'm a natural on camera. I'm born to be a star. People can't stop watching me. Whatever the belief is that supports that, that is what you want to start concentrating on. That's really what it is. Like, I know people want to overcomplicate this part, but it really is just finding that thought, that belief, that support, and choosing it for yourself. Like, that's really all what finding a belief is. It's not overly complicated, you guys. It is actually so simple. So now that you've found a few beliefs that support the thing that you want, the next step is to start practicing them. Because, journaling them out once, that's a great start. Identifying them, perfect. That's a great beginning. But now we want to start to integrate them into our actual mind and to start to make them part of the soundtrack of our brain instead of having those old low vibe thoughts as the part of the soundtrack of our brain. And practicing the thought is really just that simple. How often do you go through your day when you're not doing anything that needs your brain power? So maybe you're walking to work or standing in the line at Starbucks or waiting to pick your kid up after school. Whatever the downtime is during your day, just identify, I would suggest one specific time or two specific times throughout your day, like a solid time that you know you're going to do most of the time. And then when you're doing that thing, just start to practice those beliefs. So say you pick that you're in the shower. So every morning when you're in the shower, you're thinking to yourself, I'm an amazing, calm, and confident person. I'm a great public speaker. I'm a star on camera, and everyone wants to work with me. And you just practice thinking those beliefs. I know, it sounds insane, but it absolutely works. And what you're really doing is every time you practice those thoughts, you are kind of bringing them closer. And at first it's going to feel a little weird. It's going to feel a little out there, like I'm just saying these things and they're so stupid. But you start to bring them in a little closer every single time. If you're feeling a big gap in between where you are right now and where you want to be, you can kind of find a bridge thought. You can find the in-between point between where you are now and where you want to be. So sometimes jumping all the way there seems too big. Sometimes you need to take a few baby steps along the way. But just keep identifying the thought, just keep practicing the thoughts, and you will start to see this in motion. Promise you that at least you are going to get out of the manifestation chaos thinking that so many of you have. That is, again, when is it going to get here? Is this really working? I don't know if I believe in manifestation. Maybe I should message this person and ask them. All of that stuff is going to go away when you really truly start to believe in things. And your beliefs don't just happen, my friend. They don't just pop into your brain overnight. You've got to take this action. You've got to make it happen. You are in charge of your brain. So stop letting your brain be in charge of you. It's not always on your side. So just to recap at the end, belief is an important part of manifestation. Figure out what you want. Figure out what you need to believe in order to get there. Pick those beliefs for yourself actively and start practicing them. That's it. You don't need to get any more complicated than that. This one video, this one tip will take you so far. And best of all, it's super simple. So I really hope that you try this out. So that is it for today's training. I really hope that you enjoyed this. As I always say, there are no coincidences. So if you were brought to this video today, I hope you take what you need from it and apply it to your life. Do not just let it go by you and watch the next video. Actually take these tips and apply them and they will change you forever. If you love this, I've got a ton more resources on how to manifest your best life inside my Recode Manifestation Academy. So I will leave that linked in the description box below. If you like this video, please do me a favor and give me a like. And other than that, happy manifesting, my friends. And I will see you back here in the next video.